What's going on, guys? So today's the day I'm gonna start this thing. So I told you guys that I'm using a Honda Civic Radiator. So, got this right here, and it's gonna take a little bit of modifying to put it on this E30. Mainly with the hoses and stuff. So I have the E30 hose, and then I had to go and buy a Honda Civic Radiator hose to fit the radiator, and there's going to be some still modifications in that. I told you guys that I was getting an E30 water pump pulley, and I did. So I'm going to show you that. I had to get new belts. I'm going to show you that, and yeah, I guess I'll show you guys all that right now. So let's get started. Alright guys, so obviously you can see this is the new water pump pulley that I got. Pretty much installed just these 4 bolts. I got excited when it came, so I had to put it on. So it's just these 4 bolts that you have to undo. I still need to tighten them, so I'll do that. And then that's on. After that, you get the belts. I had to get a new alternator water pump pulley or belt for it, because the one I had, for some reason, it didn't fit. I don't know why. And the other thing is, I used to have AC, but I took that out, and I don't know what happened. I don't know how that got turned. So I put the new belt on. I'll show you guys how to tension that. It's pretty easy, but I'll show you guys right now. So yeah, let's move on. Alright, so to tension the belts, you just use these 2 right here, these 2 bolts, well 4 bolts, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much all you do is you loosen the 14 just a little bit, and then to make it so it's loose, you would turn it to the left, so looser, and it would push it down, and then to tighten it you would just turn it up, and then you would tighten this back up, and then that's how it would stay tight. So I don't have that much slack in it, so that's good. And then same with this one, loosen this one, tighten it up or down, whichever way you need to go, and then tighten this back up, and as you can see, there's not much slack in it either. So right now I'm just going to show you what's going on with the radiator, and we'll get started on that. Alright guys, so you can see how the radiator needs to sit right around here, and the stock hoses aren't going to work, obviously. Well, they could. You could modify them, and that's what I'm going to do. So let's get to that, and we're going to do it the most ghetto way possible. So we'll see that right now. Alright guys, so we're going to be having the obviously the radiator hose coming straight out of the intake. So I have just a regular hose right here for the radiator, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting it right about here, and I told you guys I'm going to do this the most ghetto way possible. So we're going to be using some PVC pipe. It's gonna be cool, and then I found this PVC pipe which fits inside of this one, so you guys are gonna see what I'm gonna do. It's ghetto, but hopefully it works, and we'll get to it right now. Alright, so we're gonna cut this straight right here. Hopefully I can do it with this knife. Alright guys, so remember how I told you this is going to be the most ghetto thing that we've done with the radiator? Connecting the radiator to the actual car with radiator hoses and PVC. Well, this is what I come up with. The only thing that needs to be done now is get the little, I'll show you right now, get the little clamps that hold down the hoses to the actual radiator and intake, and we should be good. It looks kind of bad, kind of sketchy, but you know, it should hold. I mean, I don't know how much I'll trust it, but it should hold. So I'm just gonna go to Home Depot right now because you know these things are a lot cheaper there than at O'Reilly's or at AutoZone, Napa, all those. But you know, it came out pretty easy. And hopefully it holds. So I'm just gonna run there. You know, I've got my electric fan. Started wiring that in. I got a switch. Got the switch right here. So that'll be mounted inside. And then after that, we're gonna plug the math back in. You know, I have it covered up. We're gonna plug that back in, and should be able to start it. I'm gonna try and drive it, even though the drive shaft is super bad. Even though it's super bad right now, I'm gonna try and drive it, and hopefully we could get it running. Alright guys, so it took longer than expected, but you know, I got this in. I'm using I guess twine to hold the radiator up because it would have hit, you know, it would have hit the pulleys and all that, but I took care of that for now. You know, this is all temporary up until the tubing gets done. I'm just waiting on a check, and then I'm gonna go buy the metal, and then we'll get started on that. So I guess the next thing I need to do is wire in the radiator fan, which isn't that hard, and then also hook up the MAF, and we'll be able to turn it on. So let's do those two things, and then I'll start it for you guys.
Doesn't work, Charlton.
Nope.
Like a picture, man.
What?
Oh, your camera. Sorry. The neutral, right?
Dude, look how bad the train cover is. First startup, guys. Oh yeah, it only took like 7 freaking cranks. Not sure what's smoking, but we should be good. So hell yeah, finally. Alright guys, so you guys saw it actually works. So from here on, we're gonna be tubing it. It's gonna be sick. We're just gonna start tubing it, working on the drive shaft, and then I guess we'll start doing some, like, we'll weld the exhaust on, weld the diff, and then we'll start correcting it, I guess. Can't believe it actually started. It's freaking sick. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, share, do everything that you guys can. Let's show everybody what we did here. Even though it's super ghetto with all those pipes, let's show everybody what we did. Thanks for watching again.